did meet because of Wusa. You know, we were at an event and something was like, just go talk to her. And I went, I talked to her, and she's like, well, it's perfect. I'm be doing the maternity leave. I can take you under my wing and I can show you a little bit more.
Wow.
And then after that, once I do the maternity leave, I'll, you know, let you, you know, take on the business while I'm away with baby.
Oh.
So yes.
So what made you get involved in this type of what you do? Share your story a little bit.
So it all started when I was 5.
Oh wow.
You know, I was taught braiding. So I was doing all, you know, the primas, the cousins' hair, braiding and whatnot. And I just had it in my heart that I was always going to do something with the beauty industry.
Okay.
And fast forward, I just went on through even high school, and of course the support of my parents and my family as well. And then got a cosmetology license. And then even further down the line, 2 years back, I got my barber license as well.
Oh wow.
And then I was like, you know, I know just a certain amount of skincare. I go, but I want to learn that. And, you know, of course, just praying on it. I'm like, you know, send me someone that will teach me. And then there we are.
Wow, network
connection. And the thing is, it's because I had a waxing appointment with Robin one time. And we had an incident there that I know that I would stand out above the rest. And I went up to her and I was like, hey girl, I don't know if you remember me. And I go, but I'm about to tell you the story, you're gonna remember me. And what happened is when I got off the table, I guess there was some type of glass and I cut my foot.
Oh wow.
And I told her that and she was like, oh girl, I'm so sorry about it. I go, don't worry. I go, you took so good care of me. She bandaged it for me. Oh, it was so great.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started talking to her about it. And at first I had asked her about classes, esthetician classes, if she would offer that. And she's like, she, in other words, came to me about the maternity leave and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm on, let's do it.
Good.
And it's just been beautiful. She's just, I know y'all know her. She's such a wonderful lady and she knows her stuff.
Yeah.
And she's just very passionate about skincare. And not only skincare, but also providing all of her clients with, you know, like, how do I say it? Very nutritious treatments, you know, things that are going to help instead of deteriorate. So that's one thing, like she's like Leaping Bunny certified. Everything's, you know, just for the well-being of the skin. It's always good.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
at the Wusa event, when you saw her, tell us about how you got the courage and what did you do to go approach her? What were you thinking?
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
So I had seen her the first time was at the rodeo. Not the rodeo, the Los Coronas.
Yeah, the rodeo. The rodeo.
The breakfast.
The rodeo.
No, it was the one
rodeo.
before.
Oh, that one before that one.
Yes.
Okay.
I had seen her there and I recognized her and I was like, something said, go talk to her. And I was disobedient. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it right now. This is my first event with Wusa. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
And then it was the grand opening of the headquarters of Wusa.
Okay.
And then I saw her and then the little thought again, you need to go talk to her. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I did. And there came the opportunity.
So when we talk about networking,
Yes.
you know, you have some fear.
Yes.
Where do you get the courage? And then you were like a mini stalker. Without being a stalker. So you just kind of watch people and watch how others approach them. Because at a networking event, you never know who's watching you, right?
Yes.
And then someone might want to come to you for help and ask you for help. And it seemed to work real well for you. Because once you made that, it was like instant.
Yes.
But if you would have never taken that chance at a Wusa networking event, then what? Right? Because you would have continued to be the little mini stalker and just watching her for year after year after year. But you're losing the opportunity because all you can do is say no.
Right.
Or I don't have time.
Right.
But you give the person an opportunity to tell you that, right? Whether it's family, because mom could have said, no, that's not what you need to do. That's a bad idea. Right? And then you'd be discouraged. And we always want folks to be encouraged, even in what we do every day. Those who inspire us to be a part of, like I'm a well-known bureaucrat, and I'm proud of it because I know the government resources. But some people say that and it's a negative connotation. Well, I take advantage of it because it allows us to go and find other resources to bring to all of us and to bring to you. Because what you do, because I don't want you to be nervous, I want you to have that courage to say, I want to go to the next level. And how do I get there? You know, how do I get mom a boutique where she's living, not just a call for somebody? Because do you see yourself growing your business like that? What are you thinking about now?
Yes, I do want to have an actual storefront,
Yeah.
but it's not just a boutique. I want like a bodega
Oh, wow.
because I do have a lot of contacts over there and I have a lot of items I want to bring in.
Wow. So
Yes.
what's keeping you from doing that right now?
I don't know how to take my next step yet.
Yeah. So Woosa is going to be able to
commercial
help you.
land, I think that's what
Yeah.
it is.
So do you have a business plan? Are you working on your business plan?
No.
So Woosa has the conversation, and Charlie Mocha's there, and the different resources, because you make the appointment and then you start thinking about it. Because all the business plan is saying that today I'm here, a year from now I'm here, 3 years from now I'm here, and then you start working backwards. How you gonna get there?
Okay.
And then what do I need to get there? It's not just about having the money and the capital, but how do you put that idea and that dream on paper to make a difference? Because what do you think if you could do something like that to kind of help you to be part of what you want to do?
I've taken some classes for like the social media at the Wusa headquarters. I have on Saturdays because I do work during the week.
Yeah.
So I've been going little by little so I can start making more social media, more content. And stuff.
But that's marketing. That's one little chapter in your business plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole bunch of other stuff, like your merchandise, right? You say you know a lot of people. That's called your supply chain.
Yes.
How are you going to get supplies? You know, when you run out, and then what type of year? So you know, at Valentine's yesterday, you probably did very well, right?
Yes.
All the kind of good stuff.
Yes.
Christmas, you do very well.
Fiesta's
right?
coming up.
Fiesta's coming up.
Yes.
So you have to put money to invest, hoping somebody will buy, and you don't take a loss, right?
Yes.
And then over the summer, and then here comes Hispanic Heritage, all the little events, Christmas, October, all of those things in October. So you're constantly planning,
Yes.
right? And you hopefully you're turning your money over.
Yes.
But how do you know you're really making money? Do you have the right price for what you're selling? How do you make those decisions?
Well, I always ask for my shipping, whatever I invested and everything, and try to make it a little bit more.
So Woosa has the classes and now the resources for you to come in and sit with someone and really put that on paper. Because Charlie Moke over there from UTSA that goes in on every Thursday, because you're doing it's like I'm taking a chance. I'm gonna go buy a whole bunch of stuff for $1,000. I hope to sell it and I'll make $3,000. But then your gas, all of the stuff that's in it, how do you know you're really making money?
Yes, that first year is tough. I can tell everybody. That first year is tough. It's not easy because you have to buy all your inventory, all your mannequins, all your jewelry stands. That the first year you're not gonna be at a plus. You're gonna be at a negative.
So how do you handle that fear and frustration? Share with us a little bit about that.
Like that.
How do you overcome that fear and frustration?
Well, like I said, my person has been Chiquitas y Picositas. I really always go to her. I was like, girl, how much do I sell this for? Because I have no idea. And she's been doing it a little bit longer for me.
Yeah.
So that's my person I called or I text. I was like, help me. But professionally, I don't have anybody.
Yeah.
I just been going through WUSA when I met WUSA, and then that's how I started networking with other people.
And Woosa is why you're here.
Yes.
Yes.
Because Brenda will help you to get those networks with those that can help you to build the business. Because you have an excellent idea, excellent way you're trying to do something. But now you need to go to that next level to really make sure you're making money.
Yes.
Because if you weren't making money, you may as well,
Yes.
you're working for free, you're taking on that burden.
Right.
And how do you do that? Because the money that's the extra goes into more investments, and that's how you grow.
More inventory.
Yeah. And the same story that you have. You have a mentor. She has a informal mentor, the person she says she calls, and then you became the mentor protege rather,
Mhm.
in your relationship with Robin.
Mhm.
So she's teaching you the next step.
Yeah.
So everybody needs that next step person.
Mm.
Because I asked you who you cry with in that frustration. You didn't answer that question. You went right to she's did this, she's teaching me this. But when you're
Husband,
pulling
probably.
your hair out
Right.
and you're
My daughter, she's my
fighting,
assistant.
and who are you yelling at? Because at Fiesta we only sold this and we weren't in the right spot.
Mhm.
We weren't on Broadway, we weren't here. So next year we got to do this because we got to do this. Oh, am I
It's on me.
touching it?
It's on me.
Mhm.
So walk us through a little bit about that.
It is frustrating when you're starting because you don't know a lot how many businesses are out there or
Right.
who's doing this and stuff. So it is frustrating. And I think my daughter hears it more than anybody. She's the one, she's like, you'll be fine. She's very positive.
Oh,
So
good.
I love that
Good.
from her. She's like, you'll be fine. Or my husband, he's like, it's okay. It's like maybe next week you'll sell more.
Yeah.
Because he travel. He's a CDO driver,
Mhm.
so he's never here. So and when he's here, he's all like, "Do you have an event?" I'm like, "Yes," and he's like, "Okay." Like, I'm sorry. So yes, like my kids, my family, they're my support. Like they're the ones hear me.
Yeah. So and I was really why I brought that up because it's all about family.
Yes.
Because it is a family business. And even as you grow and you start looking at your skincare, there's some, and you told us of an incident that happened at a business.
Mhm.
And that business owner immediately responded
Yes.
to make you feel so great that you would come back. And not just come back, but want to be a part of it.
Yes.
So
exactly.
tell us a little bit how that made you feel.
And that's one thing she couldn't say I am so sorry enough, but I just knew genuinely like she was sorry, and I'm like, and it's okay, it's an accident, and like it was just very nurturing because she like propped up my foot and like cleaned it and put a band-aid and even took like a head wrap and wrapped it around my foot, and she's like, are you okay? And she even like walked me to the door, of course, like she always does, and she's like, I am so sorry. And I mean, there's a lot of people that don't take that extra time.
Right.
And that's one thing I tell Robin. I go, you always like, it's those small details that just make just the difference.
Yeah.
And I even tell her, I go, even when you're doing facials and you're like, doing everything and we're doing it all, you take that small detail of applying a little lip balm on the lips. Because, the lips are a little dry, because you're focusing on just the skin.
Yeah.
I mean, on the face, and I go, it's just those little details. And I tell her all the time, I go, Robin, you think of everything,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
everything. And then she's like, yes, and she's just very efficient and just executes everything so nicely. And that's something that I genuinely want as well,
Yeah.
because I just see, it's just great.
So do you think that more of the women business owners are more attentive to that?
Yes.
Because it's more of the WUSA members? Talk a little bit about that. How do you feel about that?
Yes, I really believe us women are more. I don't know if it's because we're motherly and
Right.
you know,
We're just like,
we
it's
think
okay.
about everything because
Everything.
we're always thinking about everything. We want a family, we want a business, we run our own lives, everybody else's life around us.
Right.
So maybe that's where it comes. Like we're very attentive to other people.
Good.
Yeah.
And your thoughts on
And
that?
my thoughts, it's like, I mean, it just goes back to like treat others how you'd want to be treated,
Right.
Yes.
and that's kind of like, I wouldn't mind, I would definitely have done the same thing if somebody got hurt like that. I'm like, let me help you out, let me wrap it. And just seeing that she has that in her, like implanted in her as well. I think that's beautiful.
So that's kind of the in the beauty industry. That's really why it exists, right?
Yes.
To make folks feel better,
Yes.
look better,
Mm-hmm.
and to do better.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think that some of the members can help to apply what you're learning to their business, even though they might not even be in the beauty industry? Why should they come see you? Why is it important?
I think it's a great thing to come see me. It's just because so we can take care of them. Like, it's okay. This is a time where you don't have, like, you can kind of take off like the business shield, right? Put it to a side and let me take care of you. Let me nurture you. Let me pour into you. Because I know it's tough having all of those titles on you. Just a time to just replenish.
Mm-hmm.
Replenish in just like a facial, in a facial, or even, even if it's a wax that you find it, nice and, like care time, right?
Yeah.
Self-care. because it's very important. Because sometimes I always say, you know, you got to put on your oxygen mask on first before you help somebody in the plane.
That's what everybody says, right?
You know, yes. So, and if that is, and a way to show that is by you going and getting a facial and just unplugging, putting that phone away and just laying there and just existing and just replenishing, that is okay. And I can help you in that.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm.
So where are you located again? And then what is your phone number and website?
Okay, so yes, we are on 1624 Buena Vista. We're kind of like downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, and the phone number is 210-779-5221. You can definitely go on foxycoronado.com. You can book there. As of now, we are more appointment only.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to maybe doing walk-ins later on, but right now just appointment only. Social media, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram with Foxy Coronado. Now, if you're more TikTok, you can find us at Foxy Coronado 88.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Good. Okay,
Mhm.
good. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Everybody is already calling. I know the appointments of because you said if you don't take care of yourself,
Mhm.
all these other things kind of won't be very profitable.
Exactly.
Now, had you two of you met before?
Yes, we
I
met.
thought, what's it?
Yes, we met there. Yes, so that's when I saw her. I was like, I remember her.
So she's gonna go get your services, and you're gonna go shopping at her place.
Yes,
Because
yes,
this is how this works.
This is how
right?
it works.
This
yes.
is how WUSA works.
Mhm.
We were
right?
just talking about it.
Yes,
I need you to do my hair.
yes, because I was like, I'm like, if you have anybody that needs their hair done, for an event, she's like, maybe so and so. She's like, but if anything, I'll let you know about it. She's like, so you can get me ready for the event. And I was like, okay,
Yes.
let's do it.
So do you think that in the future when you're doing events, then you would connect, because she may have some things that a wedding, quinceañera folks can buy,
Mm-hmm.
and then now you're networking connected,
Yes.
and because you know what she supplies or what she does, the whole concept of WUSA is also sharing and co-connecting.
Yes.
What do you think about that kind of concept?
No, I would love to co-connect with somebody else. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And what about you? And you think Robin and what you guys do?
So that's the thing. We are thinking of that. Our plan is to find a space big enough for her and I. So she's like, you can
That's
do all
awesome.
your beauty barbering and whatnot. She's like, and I can do all my skincare.
Oh,
And
wow.
I told her, I go, even if days that you're not busy and you need someone to do skincare, I'm there for you.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and that's just one thing. That's why it's just been such a blessing, just that meeting that we did, with WUSA. Because now we're just building and we're going to be able to possibly reach our goals quicker with that, with that building with each other.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Mhm.
Pam, do we have any questions online?
No,
Oh,
we don't. But
okay.
I do have some questions though, as far as you all are speaking about all the busy stuff.
Yeah.
How do you decompress? How do you find time? You spoke about the facials, but I didn't hear Jessica say anything, and I didn't hear Renee say anything either. So let's see. How do you ladies?
Asking all the questions. I wanted to know more about them. So
But
when
the
you told me-
viewers-
But when you told me to take over, I took over what I want to know. So what I want to know is about them.
Okay,
They were
but the
very
viewers
excited.
want to know about
I know, I'm
you.
gonna share it eventually.
So there's the questions. Here's another one. I don't know if you made a copy, but
Yes, I have.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've got another one over here.
Okay. Because what are some of the goals? Why did you get started in that? Well, we talked about self-care and recreation play in your life. I don't even know what that is.
But balance, balance, like how do you spend time with your husband or your insignificant other and still run a business and still work a full-time job and stay sane?
Honestly,
Well, see, the first
yeah.
two I could have answered. But then you questioned and you brought up sanity.
Sanity.
If you would have said and be insane, I would have been able to answer that question. Because that's how I am. So our earlier guest, I just bought 2 books because one of the things I do is love to read.
Uh-huh.
I love to
That's
read
wonderful.
as much and capture information.
Mhm.
And I'm old school. I love to have a hard copy book because I want to highlight, I want to make notes, and then I want to put it somewhere. Then I'll lose it in a couple of years, and I'll find it, and I'll go back and
Redo
say,
it
did I really put that in there? Did I do that? Or who do I know that did that? So we have that kind of. So that's kind of how.
And reading takes you away. It
really
takes you away.
It
Yeah.
makes me escape in
Mhm.
a way that probably I wouldn't even know. because it allows you to do something else.
Mhm.
And then we'd love to travel and get out. I'm kind of an outdoorsy person.
Okay, me too.
But I'm still scared of bugs. So I try to balance. So I have to balance being scared of bugs and being outside. So what about you? I don't know about you guys.
Mine is music. I love music, so I always have music on, and I dance in my own living room. And sometimes I go out too with friends.
With or without music, right?
With or without music, yes. But that's my decompression is music, and people at work will tell you it's true because I'm the car that goes. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming.
They know you're on the way.
Yes, they know that's me. But music is my thing.
Music is
Oh,
a
yeah.
decompressor. It sure
Yes,
is.
I love music, and I'll sing in the shower too.
And
It's
you've
okay.
been married how long now?
We're gonna be 25 years.
Oh, okay. So you must sound pretty good. So you're still 25 years later.
Thank you.
And
Aside from facials,
For me, honestly, it's worship and praise.
I love it.
I'm in theology now. I'm taking some classes. And I'm also a part of a ministry on the worship team. So I'm singing and it's just great alignment and just, being one with God. And it's just I lead with my faith because then you never know what's going to happen. You
that's
know,
right.
it's all in His glory and what He's going to do. So I'm never in control there, but I got to be ready because I know something good is going to happen.
That's right.
That's right.
Every
Each
day.
and every day.
Exactly.
And as long as we breathe, when we go forth and we give our praise and thanks
Yes.
to Him as we go
Yes.
forward. So we
Yes.
love that
Yes.
and being a part of that.
Yes.
What's some of these other questions?
So now one that's a real challenge, and I'd like to hear your view is, what would you change about what you're doing now?
Ooh, my
If there was
God.
something you could
Okay.
change, what would it be?
Mine would be organization. The way I organize my things, because it takes me a long time to get everything out and everything in. So I'm working on that. I'm a very organized person, but I still can improve.
Yeah.
I see how other people, I'm always looking.
Yeah.
I'm that stalker. I'm always looking to see how they organize their jewelry and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. No, I hear you.
So, and then of course I'm starting to get like more quality stands. And
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm always.
So Wilson needs a class on logistics for you for what you do. Because that's what it's called. How you organize it, how do you put it where you maximize and you don't
Yes.
take as long, because if you show up late and you gotta put stuff out, you know.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. What's yours?
For me, oh my goodness, is not being like a little hermit crab. Because especially when it comes to
I don't
promoting
believe
my,
it.
that's what
I don't
everybody
believe that.
says.
I don't believe. Do you believe that? I don't believe
When
it.
it comes to social media, I mean, getting out there, I'm just like, I don't want to post that. Like, what is this? What is that?
So you're overthinking,
Yes,
You're overthinking.
that's the word.
It's overthinking.
And I'm just there like,
second guessing
and
yourself.
I'm like, I have all these videos like ready to be posted, but I just don't ever do it. And I'm like,
Anxiety.
and
Yeah.
I'm just like, maybe I should have been a little better with that and this and that, but it's just like the promotion.
You just gotta get out there. You gotta do it.
Yes,
No matter
yes.
what, I
I
get
was
it.
like,
Just
just go for it.
So I have to think about that again. Pam, what did you say? What was the question? Because I kind of lost focus when I was thinking about it. And that's part of my problem. I kind of lose focus.
What would you change about what you do today? What would you change about what you're doing now? Like, if you could make it perfect, what would you change that would?
I probably wouldn't change a thing because I get to use and meet so many people.
Use?
Yeah, use. Because when I talk about resources and bringing them,
You could.
I call them, I'm using them. Because they're out there trying to do outreach. Like we talked to CPS Energy earlier. And sometimes they don't bring up the programs that I know that are important to the folks that are talking to me. So we asked about the veterans, women business owners. But they also have veteran burn programs so you can get reductions. So because I know information, I get to use that information for the benefit of others, which is the spiritual aspect as well. Because you know the word and you can communicate that. And then my whole mission is changing and being a part of that. So I think I am where I am because of who I am and whose I am.
Amen.
Oh, okay.
So,
I love that.
I'm not in charge of where I'm supposed to be. Because I've had 100 jobs, and I have the staff, and I've run away with the circus. I've worked for senators. I've worked in county government. You name it. And yes, I did say ran away with the circus.
You
And I know
lived. You've lived.
People want to say like, well, what did you do? No, I wasn't a performer. I was over marketing, and I was helping them sell. I was not on the high wire, not battling the tires and all this. But when I went to work for the state senate, I felt like I was battling tie wire and all that kind of stuff. So taking those skills to apply for what I do, I don't think I changed a thing on where I am now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You have to be committed and faithful and say, this is where I'm supposed to be. And then how do you make that transition to the next level?
Yes.
Right?
That's work.
Yeah. And then how do you get over that fear to make the transition? Because you got to have that courage.
Right.
That courage of whatever your conviction is.
It's scary though.
It's very
It's
scary.
very scary.
It's scary. And then you maintain your ethics and your integrity. Because you can't sell out your soul. You can't give somebody such a discount that you lose money.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
You can't take a shortcut because you don't have time on somebody's face, and then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that a
Yes.
good answer?
Yes.
That's a
Very good.
really
Very good.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
You know?
So now let's go into what are some of the most significant goals you've set for yourself, and how did they contribute to your personal transformation?
Oh, wow. Who wants to take that one first?
Hold on. Which one was it? What number is it?
Number 11.
Okay, let me read it over here. Okay.
So because some of the goals, and how did it contribute to your personal transportation?
Maybe the
Transformation.
goal that you had to be an entrepreneur was a significant one, right? And so how has it contributed? Right now, you're saying you're in your first year, right?
Yes, I'm in my first year right now, and I'm still growing. I still have a long way for my to have an actual storefront and everything, but I'm working for it.
Yeah.
So that is
your
your goal.
That's my
That's
your goal. My goal is
right?
having my bodeguita. That's
Yeah,
my main
that's
goal.
your
Having
goal.
my bodeguita. Hopefully having most of my family working with me.
It's such a blessing.
It would be.
So that's my main goal.
So how do you feel that's going to contribute to your transformation? What do you,
I don't know.
Kinda have to have an idea.
I'm just gonna be very proud of myself to do something that I really wanted.
Yeah.
make
But
it possible?
That's right. But the legacy you leave for your children and your
for
grandchildren.
my children and grandchildren.
Because that transformation, when you do that and they see that you're doing that, and then that transformation of where you were when you started with a dream, with fear, and then now where you land, and then you have a legacy for them,
Yes.
how beautiful.
So yes.
So some goals. So I'm new to San Antonio. I've been here about 3 years. I'm going on 3rd year. And when I came out here, I was in construction. That's what I was doing for about 4 years. And when I got here, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, I want to get back in the beauty industry. That's where my passion was. So let's get your barber license. And that's when I set that goal. And then I met it. And then now I'm like, okay. And just setting little goals like that. And then after that, it's like, put yourself in a barbershop. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do there. I did it. It grew me. And then after that, it's like, go on your own, which I did last year. About 7 months as an independent barber. And now my next goal, they just keep coming. And I just set, keep seeing them out, because in the end, I see that transformation of how it continued to grow me as a person. And also I want to, once I know all this, I also want to teach everybody around me. You can do it. Nothing is small.
Right.
Nothing is too big, nothing, a dream is too big to accomplish. It's just, you want to get there. Okay, it's going to take 20 steps. So let's keep taking those little steps.
Baby steps.
And I apply that to myself as well. And it's transformed me. I am closer to God, thanks be, once I went and I took the leap of doing my own business. And that's just helped me to create more faith and know that I can accomplish those things.
That's great.
And that's it's just transforming me everywhere. And even because it's transforming in me, everyone around me also is seeing it, and it's slowly pouring into them as well. So it's just like an overflow of everywhere. It's been a beautiful transformation.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that when I was in high school and college, I didn't never heard the word goal in my community. Who sets goals? You know, what does that mean? Right?
Mhm.
You just do something. And if it fails and you don't get a whipping behind it, or you know, get banished to a corner, right?
Right.
So when you learn the concept of goal setting,
Mhm.
and then how does that do it? And then you have to pick out what is it that really you're going to commit your life to. And when I was selected by, you know, some of you may not know her name, but Governor Richards, to do a goal setting and leadership. My whole commitment is to leadership and to growing others to be servants, because I'm a servant leader. So how do you get others
Me too.
who are being, how can you transfer those others, right?
Mhm.
So then when you get responsibilities for others, how do you help them to grow and become and have that whole legacy under them?
Right.
I've never had any children, haven't been married, but in this meantime, you become the community person to be able to bring that in. So that's one of the things that has transformed me, because, you know, in the business world or in the government world, in the work world, it says either you train them and they leave, or you don't train them and they stay. Which one is it? So we have to invest training and growing people.
Yes.
And if they leave, as Governor Richards says, they always owe you
Mhm.
because you made them better,
Yeah, you made them
right?
better.
You made them
Yes.
better. So they become part of our network. So if you're expanding a business, you're doing a franchise, or you're having a family in the business, as they grow, you grow, because you always maintain that relationship.
Right.
So that's one of the things that's very transformational
That's
to the
wonderful.
way that we approach that.
So now that takes us into the next question. What were the setbacks? Have you had any? What were those challenges while working towards getting to where your goals are being fulfilled? And how do you overcome them? What keeps you going?
Well, I'll start. It's just a follow up to that, because sometimes you put trust in individuals, and there's betrayal,
Yes.
and
Oh,
there's
yes.
other
yes.
stuff.
You
Oh,
know.
we can go down that road, right? You know,
Stay focused.
stay focused. But you have to say through the faith, and that's just who they are.
Right.
That's not me, that's them. So you can have a customer or a client that comes in, and you thought it was one thing, and then you get a letter from a lawyer suing you, and you know you did nothing wrong.
Right.
But you just have to have others who are in your network that can support you, whether it's family, friends, all other kind of stuff, to make sure that you keep on the right path, because that's how you overcome it. You don't take responsibility. You don't take it personally. It's about business, or it's about community, right?
Well, for me, some of my challenges was trusting my suppliers.
Yeah.
Because
I can imagine.
I'm here and they're over there.
Right.
And it was a big trust. And some of them were good, and some of the first ones were not that good. And it's okay. I was like, okay, well, you know, it happens, and just get over it, and next one.
Next.
Yeah.
Fine. But as I was going, I started like the way they would talk to me, like little hints and stuff. And I was like, no, he's lying to me. I was like, no, next. I was like, no. But yeah, trusting those 6 families and them trusting me to sell their stuff here was a big thing. But it took us a while talking to each other, little by little, small inventory instead of a bigger inventory. And now we're like at a bigger inventory.
That's great.
So yeah, that was one of my challenges, trusting the people over there and making sure they set the stuff I bought.
I do too. Some setbacks I had was myself, honestly. I was there like scared to take the leap. So it made things even more challenging, because I knew the mission. I knew what I needed to do, but I was like, no, I can't do that. So that created a lot more challenges on me. That created more, like, it would stir something ugly in me. I was bitter, I was upset. But then I was like, you know what? It's time. Just let it go.
Yeah.
And once I did that, then, you know, I still continue to do that, because there's still times that I'm like, I don't want to, but it's just like, just keep going.
Yeah.
And just do it. Do it afraid. It's all right. It's okay, because that fear's
It's
always
okay
gonna
to
be there.
fail.
You know,
Yes,
it's like,
that's
it'll
right.
be fine, because I've learned that, business is built on a lot of failures, because
Yes.
it's live and learn,
That's
live
right.
and learn. So, I mean, that's been my setbacks, and like, since I was prolonging it, like, I'm just gonna stay here, I'm okay, I'm comfortable. And then after that, it's like, no, you're not, this is just making you bitter, it's, you need to grow. Your head's hitting the roof already,
Yes.
But one of the good things with WUSA about you meeting Robin at the event,
Yes.
that's what these organizations are all about.
Mhm.
And that's why it's so good for us to benefit, because I learn more about everyone who is out here trying to do something
Mhm.
and what you're trying to do. So you may be in this business today, but once you get that business concept, you may go and do something different.
Right.
Because when I first met some guys that were making cots for the military,
Mhm.
now they're a supplier for Toyota. They didn't understand manufacturing of the automobile industry,
Right.
but they was manufacturing cots on Zalzamora and Commerce. And that's what their business was.
Mhm.
So taking them to a different business,
Right.
because all you need to do is learn how to do business.
Mhm.
And what you're selling, the supply chain, those are the kind of things that you learn so you can come and do something else. That's why I get excited about WUSA and what you guys are trying to
Yes.
do.
Every time I come to an event, I always see different people, and I love it
Yeah.
because it's actually helping me grow, because I am that shy person, and it's helping me grow to go and introduce myself and talk about myself, because you're not used to talking about
That's right.
yourself
That's
and your
right.
business. So it has helped me a lot. So I love coming to the events.
Well, you're already a different person from when you first sat down. I can tell. So, is there any other questions?
The last question is gonna be, how do you continue to set goals and stay motivated on your journey of growth and empowerment?
Wow.
Um,
What we just talked about.
yes.
Meeting others.
Meeting others and just networking with others, because you never know what that other person knows or who they know. So, and that's why I bring my daughter too, because
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I want
Next
her to-
generation, yeah.
she's young, so I want her to know how to network and stuff, because she's gonna need it one day too.
That's right. That's right.
So,
And that's beautiful, yes, because I mean, I say the same thing. We have a little one at home, and the other day she was like, she made her own little business card for her nail salon. And I was like, you need a phone number on there? What's your website? What's your Instagram?
yeah, show
And the
them.
thing is, it was inspired because I was telling her, look, this is my new business card I'm making, and she was like, I want to make one too, and I was like, okay, and then she's like, what do I do? And I'm like, well, what are you selling? She's like, a nail salon, and I think it's important because I mean, if you talk to people, everybody has a different mind,
Yeah.
so that can inspire something new in you,
Yeah.
or even help them. You never know
Yes,
who's
right.
out there gonna touch.
You never know.
Both ways. So I think that's the way to stay motivated by others too. Putting yourself in a room that everybody else has the same goal of growing each other.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And what keeps me inspired is really touching all types of individuals who may even have an idea. Because we do classes at the beauty school a week before you graduate, because we want you to set up your DBA and get you in business.
That's awesome.
Because you will be in business, we just want you to do it the right way.
Yes.
So as you grow. We do classes inside the Bexar County Jail, so when you become formerly incarcerated, most of the guys, women that are incarcerated in our community, they come out, they have great ideas. They just may have been having to sell the wrong product. That's what got them.
Right?
They understand.
They're salespeople.
Good salespeople, manufacturing, distribution. But, it is, other than by the grace of God, it's not us.
Right.
So we
Amen.
have to be able to say how we deploy our resources. And that's what keeps me motivated each and every day. So I appreciate being able to spend time with you guys here.
Yes.
So
Thank
just to
you.
end it, a message to that person that's out there watching you that maybe has fear or is afraid to take that next step. So if y'all could just give a message out one at a time.
I say just do it. Go
Yes.
for it. Just go and do it, because you don't know, like, that's just it's just gonna overflow once you just take that first step. So just do it. I say just do it.
Yes, don't be scared, just go for it. Educate yourself a little bit. Come to the events.
Yes, come see
They're
us.
gonna be having an AI class too that I was so
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's gonna be a good one.
so yeah, just go for it, and whatever little thing you're scared, you can always contact somebody from WUSA. All of us are here to help out. So
Yes,
Yeah.
encouragement.
And I always say,
Yeah.
like, friend the WUSO webpage and all their social media, like and friend ours at the county. Because when you see the photos that are out there and the networking, it kind of erases some of that fear.
Right.
Because it's just a bunch of regular folks, as we say, getting together, sharing ideas,
Right.
trying to help each other.
Yes.
So you'll see the atmosphere, you'll see what's going on. I'm glad they're watching today. And then go back and look at all of the previous TIA talks and see the message out there. Call
Yes.
Pam.
Yes.
She'll get you. Call Pam. Call Pam. And watch what you've already done, because we really appreciate you and all the things that you do.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you so much. Yes.
And these wonderful ladies had some beautiful words for you, so I hope you take them, concentrate on them, and push forward, because your dreams are out there waiting for you.
Yes.
Swag.
Contact her, she's really good too. She
Yes.
has a lot of resources.
This
too.
is Tia Talks, and it's a wrap. God bless.